For the final part of this review, I'm going to go over the overall performance of the device. One of the key features that most people are going to wonder is, what's the boot time on the device? Well, let's take a look. Gives a little vibrate. Get the Verizon Wireless logo on the front. Then it comes down to the Verizon Wireless splash screen. I'd hope one day to get these things a lot smoother than what they are. Just the hardware is there to make the splash screens a lot smoother. And I have noticed boot times vary. So depending on how many programs you have running and when is it booting, sometimes it can boot really fast, sometimes it can boot really slow, sometimes it stays in the logo a little bit longer than it should. I've turned the backlight down on the device so you can definitely get a better look at it, because if I had the backlight all the way up, you wouldn't be able to see anything on the device. So right there is today's screen. I have the standard today's screen loaded up that you kind of get from Verizon Wireless. I took the HTC Home plugin off just because it doesn't come standard, and I wanted you guys to see kind of what you get standard with the phone. So let's go with some of the key features here. One of the things is how quickly does it redraw when going from portrait to landscape mode. As you can see here, it does rotate pretty fast even with all that information right on the screen. The more applications you have on there, or today items that you have on there, obviously the slower the refresh is going to go, but obviously the faster it's going to go. So overall, the refresh rate is pretty decent. You can also shut off that sliding sound as an option in the settings to shut that piece off. And the next key features I'm going to show you is probably the most key feature of them all. How does it work as a phone? Going to click the send key here. Clicking the send key at the bottom takes you straight to the phone application. You get the 9-digit dialer kind of right here on the side. You get your backspace key, your call history, you can talk, and your end keys right here. You can also use the hard keys right here on the bottom. You have your contacts and your menu that you can either choose right on the screen or use the soft key for. Just give you a quick test here of kind of what, like that. I'll call my voicemail. And when you click on call status, it gives you the option for speakerphone, mute, same talking end. You make a note out of this conversation, or to go straight to your contacts if you want to dial another contact there. Overall, I would say the speakerphone is pretty decent. I've heard louder speakerphones on other devices, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely pretty good. I like the fact that it might not be the loudest, but it's definitely clear and you can definitely hear people. Same thing with the earpiece when you have it to your ear. Not the loudest, but you can definitely hear people. And hear people clearly. That's kind of the key thing. Not always how loud it is, it's can you hear people very clearly on the device. Next thing I'm going to go over here, will be important to people, is the messaging application. That messaging application is Pocket Outlook, which handles all your messaging, which is your text messaging here. Standard text messaging. The only disappointing part about it doesn't have threaded text messaging. So hopefully in the next Windows revision they'll build in threaded text messaging. So because it's a very key thing, they're trying to keep up with your text messages. It looks better that it's more of an instant message chat application rather than just a bunch of separate emails. Hopefully they'll add that in the next revision, because a lot of people would love to have that, because there's a lot more texting nowadays than before. One of the other cool things is that now in Windows Mobile 6 it supports HTML email. So you can actually have the option, which they'll give you right here at the top, to download HTML email. It'll give you an option if you want to download those pictures. If you don't want to download them, you don't have to. But definitely gives you the opportunity to kind of get the rich experience of the email as it was supposed to be seen on your mobile phone, right as the same way as you would see on your desktop. You can tap the scroll right here, or you can just put it in a portrait mode and it gives it to you just like that. So that's pretty quickly the HTML the email application. Nothing majorly too different, just that one piece right there with HTML. The next thing here is programs. For speed of programs, you get your standard Office, get your Word Mobile, you click on it, bam, it's up. It's pretty fast. Excel Mobile. These all have the 2007 icons on them because I did the Windows Mobile Office 6.1 update, which updates it to this. And Get your Google Maps here. Which loads up really quickly. Refreshes pretty quickly. I have this on EVDO. I don't have it on Wi-Fi. I can show you how the Wi-Fi works sort of in a later review. But that's pretty much your applications there. And a couple of things I'm going to definitely go over is the overall battery life. Overall battery life is pretty good. If you're a heavy user, you're going to want to get yourself an extended battery because the battery just isn't going to last for you if you're using a lot of Wi-Fi, if you're using email and checking your phone constantly. If you're sort of an average user where you're going to check email here and there, you're going to get in here and there, but you're not going to be on the phone heavily, the standard battery would be good enough for you. Standard battery will give you about 3 to 4 days of battery life. If you're a heavier user, it's going to give you 1 to 2, so you're going to want to get the extended battery, which comes with a back door. It's a different back door because the battery is a little bit thicker. The Wi-Fi performance is really good. I've used it on tons of different wireless networks, and it runs pretty fast. It is the biggest battery drainer, so you want to make sure if you're not using Wi-Fi, have the Wi-Fi shut off, because if you don't have it shut off, you're going to get less than a few hours of battery life because the Wi-Fi does drain the battery a lot. Overall, I would say give this phone a thumbs up there. It has some great features with it. One of the great features is obviously the finally Windows Mobile 6 PDA on Verizon Wireless. They do have another Windows Mobile PDA, that is the Motorola Q9M, but it's not Pocket PC, and you don't get the added touchscreen with that. So that's definitely good. The next positive will be about it. There's Revision A upgradable. Definitely the memory and processor is there. Has a nice clean form factor to it, and not too many pre-installed apps. The cons would be it's a premium cost. It's going to cost you about $500 to start off, but there's some rebates and discounts to kind of soften the blow a little bit. No standard headphone jack. It just kind of sucks to have to kind of get an adapter for it. The case and pouch for it is whack. Just get yourself a new case. It's completely whack. And that's the only few things that I've found disappointing about the phone. But overall, I've had a positive experience. Oh, and one other thing, the camera works like it's your standard 2-megapixel camera on most phones. It's okay. I wouldn't throw away your digital camera. It gives you a lot of options in there, similar to what you get with digital camera. But keep your good digital camera, and definitely use this for only when you need to take a quick few shots here and there. As for this review, I give it a thumbs up on the device, and this is BWOne from BWOne.com. Look at that. Like I said, it couldn't even protect a biscuit. Man, look at it. Look at that biscuit. It can't even protect it. It's all buttery. Man, how do they expect me to protect my phone with this case if they can't even protect a biscuit? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's a good-ass biscuit, by the way. That's pretty good. Look at that. No protection. Look at all the crumbs, man. Get my biscuit back.